What I do now, you guys see on my Instagram stories and shit, when I go to public places and I try and get them to play Freaky by Trisha Paytas, not even kidding, I used to do that same shit, but with Not Myself Tonight by Christina Aguilera. What is up, guys? It's T. Kyle. Happy Saturday. I am back again this weekend for another weekend chat. I have got my Dunkin' Donuts, one shot blueberry, two sweet and low, not sponsored. We're gonna talk about last week, an update from last week, moving forward, my 30th birthday, which is coming up in 2 weeks, and also Christina Aguilera, and how Christina Aguilera kind of ties into those things a little bit. So let's jump right into what everyone wants to know. What is going on since last week? Okay, so I posted a weekend chat last week where I basically snapped, and I was debating taking it down, but then I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? That was exactly how I was feeling after last week. It was what it was. And a lot of people reached out and left really nice comments. And I was like, you know what? It's good to let people know like what the fuck's going on, because I'm not, you know, life isn't all jelly beans and gummy bears, or what does Kelly say? It's like, life isn't all rainbows and gummy bears, or you stay in La La Land with your whatever. That's not real. That's not reality. I really did just snap last week. I got to this point where everything was building up, and Saturday, last weekend, I was angry, and that was where it like came to a boil, and then I just like came back down to earth, and like that's what you got on Sunday. So yeah, I'm here this week. I'm feeling so much better, and I will tell you guys like why, what I did, what I, you know, started working on, and also just some other updates. So there was really 3 things that were of focus, right? One was my creativity, etc. Like, you know, I don't want to say work as a category, because it's not like specific. It's just like creativity, you know, ish, whatever. That's like one category. The second was my health, my weight. And then the third was my living situation, my apartment, this annoying asshole that lives below me. I'll start with annoying asshole neighbor below me. So I got to this point where, because I literally ignored it the whole time. It was happening all the time, and I was just like, if I don't think about it, it'll go away, and when the nice weather finally comes here, this person will like stop watching TV and go outside and like do something. You know, I was kind of like just waiting, because we had a miserable winter, and it didn't get better, and it's still going on, right? I hear it right now. And so I just reported them. I went to the landlord, and I just said, listen, like this is happening for 10, 12 hours a day. It's not just like if someone had a party next to me, I wouldn't care. Like that stuff doesn't bother me, you know what I mean? Like if someone was, you know, throwing a rager on like one Friday night, and that was like their, you know, birthday party, like I wouldn't care if it was a one-off, but it's all the time. So I fucking reported them. I don't care. And I guess they contacted them, but hasn't gotten better. So I don't know. I mean, I realize this building is a blessing and a curse because it is so quiet, and I don't get street noise, that actually makes it, you hear things more internally in the building because you're not getting that like external noise. Whereas my last apartment, you know, I heard street noise all the time. Like if I open my window, you heard cars, horns, and you guys heard it like here too. Like you could, even with my window closed, you could always hear fire hydrants and shit. So I don't really know. I mean, I'm sort of like, maybe I just need to stop doing Saturday filming and just switch completely to Friday. I actually almost did it yesterday. I was thinking I stayed in to do chores, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, what if I just filmed it now? It's quiet now, and I could just do it right now. But I was doing chores, and I was like, no, like, you know, maybe it'll get better. I was like trying to manifest positive, whatever. One of my friends who is probably watching this, hey sis, you know who you are, and I'm gonna text you after this, has been like literally manifest everything positive for him, and it works. And I'm just like trying to like do the same thing. Oh my God, y'all, my camera is like on her last leg. She just short-circuited out. I don't know what the hell that was, a weird message. My autofocus is getting stuck. The viewfinder is upside down right now, so I don't even know if I'm, I can't tell if I'm in focus. You know what, maybe this is my, the universe's way of pushing. I want to get myself that new camera for my birthday, and maybe she's, you know, sending some sound waves down to come fuck my camera up. I don't know. But anyway, as I was saying before, so if this is, I don't even care, honestly, because I think the sound's working. So as I was saying before, so the neighbor situation is like, I don't know what to do, and I feel like I kind of need to let it go and just work around it, similar to my last apartment where I worked around the screaming school children 5 days a week for 7 years. Like, I worked around that. So I feel like maybe I just need to do that here, and then my Saturdays are just out. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm paying more money to live here now, and it's, you know, I'm just kind of like, fuck you at this point, so we'll see. That's the moving forward plan for that. Okay, so second, health. So I got my steps back up. Let me show y'all. You guys, I've had this Fitbit on my waist since literally, oh my God, I don't even, so y'all can see every single day I have hit my step goal. Maybe you can see that better, 'cause it's bigger. It just is like a little, you know, goal to do. And it's not that it's easy, because it does take a long time to walk, but it was like the one thing I was like, I just wanna get the 7 days. I set a small goal. It was like 7 days, do 7 days, and you'll feel so much better. And I was like, yes. And then yesterday, when I did my 8th day, I was like, I've got this. So getting my steps back up is good. I have had this thing, oh my God, you guys, like literally this actual Fitbit, specifically this little guy has, and this is not sponsored, and they don't even make this one anymore or sell it or do support for it, but this little guy has been on my waist for probably 6 years, like no joke. Because I had him through, I remember my head injury. That sounded like my door opening. I hope that got picked up on camera so y'all can hear that. What the fuck was that? Anyway, so I've had this thing on me forever, and when I had my last head injury, which was in 2012, I believe, yeah, my Fitbit was like one of the things that actually helped me recover. And what is that? Please tell me, you guys, I hope my camera picks this shit up. What the fuck is that noise? What the fuck is going on in here on this day? Anyway, I've had my Fitbit for a really long time, and I used my Fitbit, part of my recovery from my head injury, which was also something that I severely downplayed to my friends and to everyone, because it was actually like way worse than I even said it was, and took a lot more recovery time than I told anyone. But my Fitbit was like one of the things that I did to help with like my anxiety and my health. Anytime I was somewhere that was like not on the ground, so if I was like on a subway car, or I remember I went to a Danity Kane concert, and we went to the balcony, and I had a full-blown panic attack because the floor was vibrating. So anytime I went anywhere that was like not stable, I had a full-blown panic attack. So walking and, you know, just getting my blood going, and, you know, it was really good for my health and my recovery. So getting back to that is another thing that I need to focus on. And then lastly, with the first part, creativity. So I have projects in the works that I just, you know, you guys have not seen. I have so many what's the word? Brought to light. It's like, what the fuck is that word? Oh my God, it's gonna kill me. I'm thinking of I'm thinking of the new Troye Sivan song, Bloom. I'm like, they haven't bloomed yet. Bloom, 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 just for you. Not sponsored. Fruition. There we go. I knew it had something to do with like a flower, fruition. Yes, there we go. Ideas that haven't come to fruition, haven't been made public yet. But one of them is coming this fall. It's happening. I'm fucking doing it. I'm getting the equipment. I am putting in the work. I have started writing and writing and writing. I have like 20 something pages of content already written. I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it. And I focused on that like in my downtime when I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna put my creative energy into something that I feel passionate about and that I'm excited for and that I think will make a hit. And I haven't had that feeling in a while. When I did my spiceworldgifts.com website, which if you guys have not seen that, spiceworldgifts.com, self-promo, I planned that shit 3.5 years beforehand. I'm not even kidding. I bought the domain 3 years in advance and I slowly started making gifts and I did like a batch, like every couple months I would just sit for like an hour or 2 hours and I'd make like, you know, a couple gifts, and over literally the course of 3 years, I posted to this secret Tumblr and then I just made it all public one day on the 20th anniversary. And I felt like it would do really well and people loved it. People like ate it up. They went crazy over it. So I have that same feeling about this new project I'm working on. And so I said to myself, I was like, stop focusing on shit that's not going good or shit that's like, you know, I'm like, you know what? Because I've gotten to this point now where, and I've said this before, but like going into my 30th birthday this year and having the amount of experience and doing the amount of things that I've done, and I've done everything from like bitch work to, you know, the fucking billboards for RuPaul's Drag Race. Like I've done a scale of like, you know, tedious bitch work, like intern level work, and like some pretty cool stuff. Like I've done a gamut of work. I know my skill set. I know that if someone gives me a task or a job that I will do it, and I will do it to the best of my ability, and anytime I do something, I put my best into it. I hate doing things that I can't make, you know, my best, and that's just my character. And so instead of letting other people think or assume a certain thing about me, I'm just like, fuck it. I'm gonna put energy into things that I feel passionate about because I know who I am, I know my character, I know how I feel when I do work, and I know how I feel when I put out projects that are public, that are on the internet for people to see and for people to consume. I care about that, so I know I care, and so I'm gonna put most of my energy into like this new project. So those are the 3 areas of where I snapped, I guess, and what I'm doing to fix it and to move forward, focusing on like a small thing each time. So the, you know, apartment situation is, let's find a way to work around it. The health situation, just focus on the steps, get your steps back up, set new goals, and move forward. It'll all fall into place from there. And then lastly, creativity, put it into this new project that you've been like thinking about nonstop, because it's not that far away. It's fall, so you know, it'll be May, June, July, August, September launch. So it's 5 months away. So I've got a lot of work to do in those 5 months. Oh, in my notes, I wrote, yeah, I got fat again, but it is what it is. You know what? That's sort of another thing, lastly on this point, is sort of like this recognizing things for how they are and then just moving forward versus looking backwards is another thing that I said to myself after I like snapped. And I'm not embarrassed that I snapped. I was a little bit at first because I felt like that was really vulnerable of me to do and to put out there. But I did also feel like it was genuine. And so, you know, don't be insecure if your heart is pure, as Lady Gaga would say. There were 2 areas where I have been like kind of feeling rocky about: my weight and then my sleep. And so I said to myself this week, I was like, okay, with my weight, given the things that were said to me, certain people said certain things to me and then I moved, and you know, it's just stressful. And we had a disgusting winter. It was impossible to like, you know, go out and like walk and like do whatever it just happened. Moving on, today it is warm out. Today I can walk, today I can start making changes, and today I can move forward. So that's that. And then with my sleep, because I was driving myself crazy about not getting sleep and trying all these different things, and still, like, I don't know, there's this weird thing where I literally, for every single day for the past 2-something weeks, I've been waking up in between the hours of 6 and 7 a.m. regardless. So like the one day I took Z-Quil, like to literally knock my ass out, up. 6:50 a.m. I was like up and ready to go after like 4 hours of sleep, which was the same thing that happened to me the night before when I took nothing. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, is my body clock like is it because I'm thinking about it too much that my body clock is like, oop, gotta get up. Today, same thing. I went to bed at 3, woke up at 6. I was like, bucket. So I'm giving up on that, because the honest reality is, until I go back to working a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6, my sleep is never gonna be normal, because I am like usually up at 11 a.m. It's daytime, it's night out, it's light out. I go into work, it's still light out. Then I go into an office that's lit the fuck up with these disgusting, cheap fucking fluorescent lights that are literally could blind you if you stared at them too long. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you look at these lights, first of all, they're like literally sitting on your forehead almost. They're so close and they're so bright. And that is until 2 in the morning. So my body is, you know, in the sunlight all day until 2 in the morning. So it's never gonna be normal. Because, you know, I remember like at Viacom, we had these offices that were super dim and super dark. So whenever I worked like the late night shows or the like the award shows or whatever, until the wee hours of the AM, I went home and I passed right out, because, you know, you were in this dimly lit. They were oh my God, they were so cool. They were like dim, dungeony, soundproof. Oh, they were so good. They were like made for people to work late night. So I just kind of realized, you know, that's not what the situation is. My body's just screwed up, and, you know, there will come a day where I won't have that schedule anymore, and then I can worry about sleeping normal. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's all my solutions and everything where I came to this week. I felt very productive this week. I felt very solutions, fixing problems, figured out the issues, working to fix them. So that brings me to my 30th birthday and Christina Aguilera. I'm turning 30 in 2 weeks. And I was thinking about, like, what do I want to do? Do I even want to do anything? Because I hate planning parties. I hate the whole thing. I just, you know, it's like people, I'm just like not into it. It's like, you know, people, you know, they say they're gonna come and then they don't, and then they show up late, or then they text you the day of and they're like, oh my God, I can't make it. And then you're trying to find a venue that will, you know, accommodate for the gays and the straights. And I'm just like, I don't wanna, I just don't. For my birthday, I could literally be content sitting on a lawn chair with a Corona under an umbrella for 8 hours and not say a single word and be totally content. You know what I mean? Like, that's honestly what I want, is just like to chill. So I don't know. I mean, I think I'll figure something out. I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't really think I'm gonna do like a whole big shebang. And I was like, it's just not me. I've done them before though. I did for my golden birthday. I did this like big party. It was like my graduation / golden birthday for my 22nd. I did a huge party for that, and that was really fun. But ever since then, the one year I did, was it my 25th or my 26th? I forget which. One year I ran away and it was fucking amazing. Oh my God, I literally did not tell well, I told my best friend, I told him what I was doing, because it was like, in the event that like something happens, like someone needs to know where I'm going, you know what I mean? So I gave him like the hotel info and like my flight info, but I literally ran away. Like, I just completely deuced, and I went to San Francisco for, I wanna say like a week, and I just went on like this adventure by myself, and it was so, oh my God, I even like, there's a soundtrack. It's the Coldplay Ghost Stories album I listened to on the flight there and the flight home. And so every time I hear it, I just think of it, and it was so freeing and so, oh my God, I had an amazing time. So I don't know, I think I'll come up with something, but I was thinking about my 30th and I just was reflecting, who is that girl I see staring back at me? When will, speaking of Christina Aguilera, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm cool with where I'm at, and I've met one of my goals that I set for myself was a financial goal for my 30th birthday. I set it when I was 20, what year was that? It was a fucking long time ago. I wanna say I was like 23 when I set the goal, or like 23 or 24. I know it was before my 25th, because when I was 25, I remember I was like, okay, it was like my 5-year plan. So it was before my 25th. I set a financial goal, a certain amount of coins that I wanted to have available in one of my accounts, and she did it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say the number, but just know I fucking budgeted myself. I've been budgeting myself since I was 21. Oh my God, back in the day, I was like this skinny little twink, and I was like, oh. I started a budget, I started a little Excel sheet, and I've been doing it ever since then. Highly recommend an Excel sheet. So yeah, I just think it's really helpful, I don't know. But there's that, and then lastly, Christina Aguilera. How does this all tie into Christina Aguilera? I was so inspired by one of the things she posted this week. I'm gonna be real with y'all. She released that first single, Accelerate, and my immediate reaction was like, wow, this is a flop. The video is cool, but the song is just not it. It's growing on me though. I'm like, now I'm starting to appreciate it, and I think it's because she posted this video called Searching for Maria. Is that what it's called? I think, or it's like Finding Maria, Finding Nemo, something, Maria, Santa Maria. Oh, it's Where's Maria? And it is a video, and it's just like this spoken word where it's basically a Christina Aguilera weekend chat. And she's talking about, you know, the new album and just where she's at in her life and in her career. And it reminded me of like old school stripped Christina, who used to be just like completely unfiltered and herself and wasn't trying to like, you know, compete with other girls. And that changed my mind on the first single, like completely, after watching this Where's Maria video, because she's talking about how she just, you know, she literally like scalps her own wig. Like she pulls her own wig off, and she's like, I was doing all these costumes and characters and putting on masks and trying to be something else. And I just had to strip all that away and just get back to whatever. And she's like showing her journal, and she's like, I write in a journal. It's something I've always done since I was a kid. And she's like, I'm not anti-social, I'm anti-bullshit. And she just is so raw and so real in it. And I was like, oh my God, like this is the Christina I love. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? She wasn't trying to chart with that first single. She's now at this point where she's just wants to make music that she wants to make, and she's gonna do what she wants to do. And literally at the end of this Where's Maria like weekend chat video, she's like, if you don't like it, suck my dick. And I was just like, oh, legend. That is the Christina that I stand, because she's the original no fucks. Some of these girls out here who think that they're queens of pop, coming out here and they're like, how many fucks? Oh, no. They're like, I don't give any fucks. I'm like, you got that from Christina Aguilera. She was the original no fucks queen of pop with Stripped. Just saying. So I was really inspired by that, and I hope she goes on tour because I want to see her this year. But yeah, now I'm like kind of into it, because I'm like, she's not trying to compete with the girls. She's just trying to compete with herself. And like the whole thing about like the makeup and just like removing the makeup. And I was like, I didn't even know she had freckles. Like she literally has been covering up like so much for so long. But we stan. She's my number 2. I've told you guys that. People don't believe me because I shade her all the time, but I shade with love and respect. If I can shade you that means that I know enough and I'm a big enough fan to know that much about you that I know the right things to shade and to not shade. You know what I'm saying? Like that, some of these locals on Twitter, they don't get it. Like if I can shade you and it's like a deep cut, it's because I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a fan. Like I can shade Britney. Any era, any song, any video, I can, oh my God, it's too easy at this point because I know so much. And same with Christina. Like I have been a fan since day one, literally day one. I stand Bionic, I stand, like what I do now, you guys see on my Instagram stories and shit, when I go to public places and I try and get them to play Freaky by Trisha Paytas, not even kidding, I used to do that same shit, but with Not Myself Tonight by Christina Aguilera. Like literally me and my friend, hey Tabitha, shout out to you girl, we got kicked out of a fucking bar once because we were harassing them so bad. I was telling my coworkers the other day about how I got screamed at Mercury Bar, which I don't even know which way it is, honestly. I got cussed out by the bartender there. She was like, I am not fucking playing Christina Aguilera. Shut the fuck up. And I was like, literally, that's what I used to do years ago, back in, 1974 when Bionic came out. So that is that. We're winding down this weekend chat. I don't know how long this is. I hope it's not too long because I've had to reset my camera so many times because it's giving me these weird error messages. But maybe that means it's time for me to get my new camera for my birthday. That'll be my little present to myself. New camera. And I'm seeing Kygo next week, which I cannot wait. I just got the chills. Just thinking about it. Oh my God. I cannot wait. Like I'm literally, like it's going to be a euphoric experience for me. I've loved him since the beginning. He's like probably my Cascade and Kygo are my favorite EDM electronic dance artists, musicians, whatever. I'm so excited. Oh my fucking God. On that note, I'm gonna go and get this up and thank you guys again for your supportive comments and for like getting it and being like, I feel you and I understand you, because that honestly made me feel better too. Just you guys commenting below and being like, I 100% get where you're coming from. I feel the same way. I've been through it. I got you. I feel you. We see each other. So on that note, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys soon. Maybe next Friday, actually, now that I think about it, because I have Kygo next Saturday. So maybe next week will be a good week to try Fridays out and see how that goes. And there may be a new gaming series on here in June. Stay tuned for that. I fixed things with my computer. Finally. Took forever. Oh my God. But she did that. She fixed it. Those goddamn new OS X Yosemite or whatever the hell, Sierra the House, High Sierra, whatever the hell they come out with now, just ruined everything. But like a lotus, I rise. Okay. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching and for supporting my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like these weekend chats. It really does like help me realize things. I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.
It's Britney, bitch. Shake your tits. Dunkin' Donuts.